If you're a man, there's no excuse not to learn how to fight. It's the single most important thing you can do. If you start training, then overnight your mental health will get way better, you'll become more social and more confident. You can try every hack in the book to be more confident, like having better posture, speaking with a deeper voice, but nothing is going to make as much of a change as the real world thing of learning how to fight. Confidence comes from competence. If you know you can handle yourself, if things become violent, you don't have to censor yourself, you don't have to hide away. You feel more free to be yourself because you know that you can defend yourself. Imagine not being able to protect your loved ones, your children, your family when you're out with them. I'm going to run you through the autistic steps of how you can actually get started, what your training should look like. I'm just going to give you the complete guide to learning how to fight. So what's my background? I started boxing when I was around 12 years old and it instantly became the most important thing in my life. Obviously when you're still young and you're in school, there isn't much going on, so my life was hang out with friends, go to school and boxing. It became my reputation. Everyone knew that I was the boxer and it gave me a sort of social validation. It made me way more social obviously because you're meeting way more people and doing more. But also when you're training something that's as physical as fighting, you build a real close bond with the people that you're training with. It's closer than even something like football where you're on a team because you're literally going blow for blow with each other, helping each other become better. We talk about presence as a thing that's key to mental health and happiness. There's nothing that's going to make you more present than fighting because your mind can't be anywhere else when you're literally fighting with another person. Obviously when you're training in the gym, it's all controlled, you never hurt each other, but you're going to be a million times more present just day to day when this is something that's regularly in your routine. I've got a lot of experiences from that time. Like when I was 17, we all took a bus to Ireland and we fought there and we went out in Ireland and it was an amazing time that I still think about years later. When I came to uni, I joined Boxing Society, which is one of the biggest at uni. There was like 100 people a session, both boys and girls, and I'd had 30 fights. Most people came to uni not having any boxing experience, and so immediately I was way ahead of everyone. When you turn up to something like that and you're way more experienced, people kind of put you on a bit of a pedestal. It gives you more leadership qualities because you're expected to show other people the way. So basically at uni, I instantly made friends, and it's like this basically anywhere in the world. If I go to the nearest fighting gym, then I can meet people that are disciplined and can back themselves. Eventually I realized I wanted to round out my game a bit more because boxing is just punches, and I wanted to learn the whole stand-up game at least, so I started training some Muay Thai. Muay Thai is like punches, kicks, knees, elbows, and it's like the full stand-up game, striking. What was cool about this is you realize there's a whole other world of techniques that become available, and there was just way more to learn. I started getting good form for kicking and conditioning my shins, hardening them up. Whenever you do stuff like this, the biggest change is always inside, but still people rate you. When you put in videos on your story, I had some cool videos of me doing kicks and people just respect it. I then transitioned again to jiu-jitsu and MMA. This is basically a ground fighting element. So if you become a genuinely good striker, you're going to beat most people in a fight that are untrained. Still though, someone can tackle you to the ground, and if you haven't trained any sort of grappling, then you're a bit fucked because you might not know how to get up. So MMA is great for this. It will show you how to get people off you, be able to stand up, be able to run away if you're in a self-defense scenario. But it just teaches you every part of fighting because that's what MMA is. It's the ground game, it's striking, all put together. I'm going to explain now why I think that MMA is the best thing that you could train. So obviously, like I just said, it's not just like boxing where it's just one thing. It's everything. You know you're confident when it comes to if someone throws kicks, or if you need to punch, or if you need to stand up, or you need to take someone else down. It just teaches you the whole game. And because of the nature of that, there's so much to learn. You could be 40 years old, having trained the sport for 20 years, and there's still new techniques to learn. When you achieve your goals, it's a great feeling, and being able to constantly set goals and achieve them is incredibly rewarding. And when you do this, you become a better fighter, which just levels you up and makes people respect you. When you're the best MMA fighter in a gym, or you can teach someone something in the realm of self-defense, it's amazing for the way that people see you because you're providing a lot of value because you're teaching someone else self-defense, which could obviously save them in a scenario where it's needed. Something really cool with grappling instead of striking is that it teaches you how to be so confident in your own body. With grappling, you use a lot of flexibility and you're doing movements you wouldn't usually do because you're on all fours or on the ground, and it just teaches you how to move your body in space in a way that you've probably never done before. Grappling really feels like chess for the body because in something like boxing, there's not that many moves. There's straight shots, there's hooks, there's uppercuts, but a lot of it is just timing, precision, how you set it up. In grappling, there is an infinite amount of moves. There's so much to learn. Because of this, you just learn how to move your body differently. And it's hard to actually explain or quantify this. You just feel great in your own body when you're moving around, when you're training. Everything just becomes clearer. There's also a lot to be said about the relationship you actually build with someone when you're grappling instead of striking. Striking is great, but it's somewhat explosive and kind of hard on your body, and obviously hard to maintain as you get older. Something like jiu-jitsu on the ground is something you can do for your entire life. And also, in grappling, there's a much bigger emphasis on helping each other improve. In striking, it can be hard to teach someone how to actually become better because it involves improving your athleticism. Grappling is a lot more technique-based, and therefore you're pretty much always with a partner. You can't do stuff like hit a bag for grappling as much. You've got to be one-on-one drilling stuff together. This, also with the fact that you're very close contact together, it just builds a better connection. And you have a lot of conversations with people, and it's some of the best connections you'll ever develop. As soon as you train grappling, you're going to be grappling everyone, like with your friends when you're with a girl, because it's just fun to do. And sometimes you'll be wrestling with a girl, and if you do something like jiu-jitsu, you can just kind of effortlessly handle them and do cool moves on them, and it's something that like both of you will enjoy. So yeah, being comfortable everywhere is important, and you never think you're going to actually need violence until you actually do. It's happened to me. I've been attacked. I was in a rave one time and I got sucker punched in the back of the head. I basically didn't do anything wrong, but I got attacked and swarmed by a group of guys, and it's just good that I knew how to block punches and actually shell up, because otherwise I could have got seriously hurt more than I did. And there's no winners on the street. You always want to de-escalate, try and get away from the situation, but there's times where people are going to be attacking you, and you need to literally just know how to defend yourself and not get hurt. So training fighting will make you more confident, purposeful, social, everything like that. How do you actually start? So go on to something like Google Maps and just put in MMA gyms near me. If you do this, it will come up with jiu-jitsu schools, boxing gyms, places like that. These places usually do a free trial class, or at least you can pay like £2 to £5 for your first session. Try out a bunch of these, and this will give you a feel for the different environments, because some gyms might not actually be very good, but there's likely to be a good one in your area of some sort. You can train any fighting style, and it will give you a benefit to not training at all, but I think MMA is the best. So sign up for the best MMA gym in your area, the one that has the best vibe and a lot of people to drill with. You ideally want to do 2 striking sessions and 2 grappling sessions every week. This means you level up everything at the same time. You get the adrenaline, explosiveness of striking. You also get the slower, more methodical, technique-based grappling. You're also going to go to the gym where you're lifting weights 3 times a week. This means you're basically going to be training 7 days a week, which feels like a lot, but you can really rein in how much of intensity you're actually putting in. Whether it's lifting weights, you don't need to go so you're super sore every session. When it's MMA, you don't need to be going balls to the wall all the time. You can rein it back, and this will help you with the frequency that you can train at. And every now and then you can miss a session if you need to rest, or you can do a run instead. But just generally, fighting a number of times a week and lifting weights a number of times a week. Lifting weights gives you the benefit of looking good and also feeling stronger and all the benefits that come with that. And then obviously fighting as well. A good MMA gym and a good weights gym might set you back like £100 a month, and this might seem like a lot, but it's literally the highest ROI that I have and pretty much anyone can get. You only have so much space in your mind to think about stuff. When you take up a new hobby, other things in your life kind of dwindle away. If you're putting your energy into fighting, which like I've discussed is really high ROI, then you don't have as much time for going out and partying or thinking about some bullshit in your life, because you're focused on developing yourself. The type of person you become when you train is someone that's that of discipline, and it feeds into all other areas of your life. You're going to be more productive because you're just changing your identity. Just like building muscle, when we're seeing our body transform in the mirror, it changes our self-image, and it's exactly the same with fighting. When you go in at first, you get destroyed by everyone, you realize you're not that good, and then slowly you see yourself becoming better and better, beating more people. You become a confident motherfucker because you know you can handle yourself. And yeah, more confidence is never going to hurt anyone. Don't just procrastinate this, watch this video and then move on to the next one, or come up with excuses why you can't do it, because pretty much anyone can, and it's one of the most important things you could ever do. I wouldn't say that if it wasn't true. I've only gone into a fraction of the benefits this actually has. If you train fighting, your life will not be the same. Once you start training, you drill the stuff that you learn in the gym from your coach, and then you can also watch stuff online, like techniques from UFC or instructors online. If it's jiu-jitsu, you might watch videos on how to get a good triangle or a good armbar, and then you just try that stuff in training. Just always try and deliberately get better and improve. The people that you train with, you probably have a lot in common with. You're both disciplined people, and if you both like fighting, that's a common interest. So you can gather a group of people and buy a UFC pay-per-view and we'll watch that together. You can also go to real-life boxing shows and MMA shows that got put on in your area. You can even just invite people that you get on with in the gym to do stuff together. Usually you have training partners that are similar weight and experience to you that you also get on with, and so you can just invite these people to do whatever. This is the easiest way I've ever found to make friends. Also, just imagine your network if you're training with the best fighters in your city and town. If you befriend all of these guys, you'll see them around constantly. They'll be bigging you up because you respect each other, because you've met each other in a really healthy, good environment. A lot of people that work MMA work security, so when I go out, I pretty much always see someone from the gym working on the door, and I go up, fist bump them, and it's amazing. Don't procrastinate this. Go out into the real world and do this straight away. Your life is never going to be the same. See for yourself. I give loads of advice breaking down the steps in my mental health guide, which is the first link in the description. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.